There's a ground ball right side, could do it.
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Padres put together 10 total hits. It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the... The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Pittsburgh Pirates launched 3 home runs as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-2. In the standings, the Pirates are in 4th place in the NL Central, while the Mets sit in 2nd place in the National League East division. The Rockies finished off a 3-game sweep as they took down the Fish in Miami 3-1. As of right now, the Marlins are in last place in the NL East, while the Rockies sit in 1st place in the National League West division. Madison Bumgarner grabbed the victory with his 10 Ks as the Giants grabbed one from the Nationals 7-4. Entering the day's action, the Nationals sit in 3rd place in the National League East division, and the Giants are in 4th place in the NL West. The Philadelphia Phillies hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Braves 11-4. At the start of the day, the Phillies are in 1st place in the NL East, while the Braves are 4th in the division. The Redbirds got 12 hits in this one as they secured the win in extra innings against the Cubs 5-3. As of today, the Cubs are in 2nd place in the NL Central, while the Cardinals are 3rd in the division. The Los Angeles Dodgers allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Looking first at the NL East, the New York Mets sent 3 balls into the seats as they defeated the visiting fighting. Welcome, everyone, to this Memorial Day edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Mets earned the 3-game series sweep as they beat the visiting Rays 3-0. They now have 5 straight wins. As of right now, the Mets sit atop the NL East, while the Rays sit in 3rd place in the American League East division. The Miami Marlins got 11 hits overall as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 3-0. They had previously lost 11 in a row. Entering the day's action, the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East division, and the Marlins are at the bottom of the division. The Phils brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they beat the O's in Baltimore 2-1. At the start of the day, the Orioles sit in last place in the American League East division, while the Phillies are atop the National League East division. The Cincinnati Reds combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Nats 8-7. As of today, the Reds sit in... Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the New York Mets amassed 14 hits in the game as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 8-6. The Washington Nationals launched 3 home runs as they sent their crowd home happy with a walk-off win in extra. It's Monday morning. It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Jose Peraza was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs as Cincinnati defeated the Mets 4-3. As of right now, the Reds are in last place in the NL Central, and the Mets are in second place in the NL East. The Rays pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 4-1. Entering the day's action, good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Looking first at the NL East, the Pittsburgh Pirates held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 3-2. The Phils allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 4-0. The Marlins racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 6-1. The Nationals had 12 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 7-5. The San Diego Padres hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Braves 6-5. The Chicago Cubs completed a short 2-game sweep as they bested the visiting Indians 10-6. They now have 6 straight victories. The Brewers completed a 3-game series sweep as they ran over the Reds 7-1. The Colorado Rockies put up 16 hits on the day as they beat the Cardinals on the road 6-5. The Angels grabbed 13 hits in the game as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 3-2. Eduardo Rodriguez picked up win number 8 this year, helping lead the way for the Red Sox over the A's 6-4. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Joe Mantle was victorious for the 5th time this season, helping the White Sox dispose of the Twins 4-3. The Mariners pounded out 17 hits in this one as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 11-9. The Royals sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the visiting Orioles 9-8. The Yankees combined for a 4-hitter as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 5-1. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Looking first at the NL East, the Boston Red Sox went deep 4 times as they manhandled the Mets 12-3. Joe Panik had 3 hits and drove in 3 as the Giants took down the Braves 8-5. The Washington Nationals got an astounding 20 hits in total as they got the best of the Brewers at home 15-3. The Cubs combined to allow only 4 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 5-0. The Tigers totaled 11 hits as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 7-3. The Chicago White Sox combined to give up just 5 hits. It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Mets completed the long 4-game sweep as they beat the visiting Marlins 3-2. At the start of the day, the Mets are in first place in the NL East, while the Marlins are at the bottom of the division. The Nationals got 11 hits overall as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 3-1. As of today, the Braves are in 4th place in the NL East, while the Nationals are 3rd in the division. The Philadelphia Phillies held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they plundered the Pirates 8-1. As of right now, the Pirates sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, and the Phillies sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division. The Chicago Cubs racked up 11 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 4-3. Entering the day's action, the Cubs sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, and the Reds are at the bottom of the division. The Kansas City Royals earned the 3-game series sweep as they beat the Cardinals on the road 5-2. In the standings, the Cardinals sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, while the Royals are in 4th place in the AL Central. Dallas Keuchel grabbed win number 9 this year, leading the D-backs over the Rockies 6-5. Heading into the day, the Rockies are in 1st place in the NL West, and the Diamondbacks are 4th in the division. The Milwaukee Brewers allowed only 5 hits in the game as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 3-0. As of right now, the Dodgers are in 2nd place in the NL West, while the Brewers are in 1st place in the NL Central. The Giants finished off a 3-game sweep as they bested the visiting Padres 2-0. Entering the day's action, the Giants are in 3rd place in the NL West, and the Padres are at the bottom of the division. Masahiro Tanaka got the win, his 6th so far this year, as the Yankees disposed of the Rangers 7-3. As of today, the Yankees sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, and the Rangers are in 4th place in the AL West. The Indians amassed 14 hits in the game as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 9-6. At the start of the day, the Rays sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division, and the Indians are leading the American League Central Division. The Blue Jays knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the home victory against the Astros 6-3. In the standings, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, and the Astros sit in 2nd place in the American League West. The Red Sox brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they took down the visiting Orioles 3-2. As of right now, the Red Sox are in 1st place in the AL East, while the Orioles are at the bottom of the division. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 9-4. As of today, the Angels are in 1st place in the AL West, while the White Sox sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division. The A's pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they defeated the visiting Tigers 5-3. Heading into the day, the A's sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division, while the Tigers sit in 3rd place in the American League Central. Adalberto Mejia grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, helping Minnesota take care of the Mariners 2-1. At the start of the day, the Mariners sit in last place in the American League West Division, while the Twins sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long. The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the New York Mets completed a 3-game series sweep as they took a victory against Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday. Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, the Mets' second baseman, number 68, added 3 RBIs to his total, leading the Metropolitans past the Braves 9-4. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. The Washington Nationals combined for a 4-hitter as they beat the visiting Marlins 4-1. Nick Williams grabbed 3 runs driven in. It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Tyler Flowers plated 3 runs on the day, helping lead the Braves to a win over the Mets, 7-6. Entering the day's action, the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East division, while the Mets are atop the division. The Nationals catcher, number 31, had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate, helping Washington get past the Marlins 15-10. He is currently riding a 10-game hitting streak. As of today, the Nationals are in 3rd place in the NL East, and the Marlins are at the bottom of the division. Johnny Cueto allowed nothing in his complete game shutout win as San Francisco took care of Philadelphia 3-0. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. As of right now, the Phillies are in 2nd place in the NL East, while the Giants sit in 3rd place in the National League West division. The Cincinnati Reds totaled 11 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 6-4. At the start of the day, the Brewers sit in 1st place in the National League's Central Division, while the Reds are at the bottom of the division. Kyle Schwarber launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total, leading the Cubbies to a win over the Pirates 7-5. He is currently among the NL leaders in runs batted in. In the standings, the Pirates are in 3rd place in the NL Central, and the Cubs are 2nd in the division. The Oakland Athletics knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 5-2. Heading into the day, the Diamondbacks sit in 4th place in the National League West, while the Athletics are in 2nd place in the AL West. Justin Verlander got the W while striking out 16 as the Astros toppled the Rockies 4-0. Entering the day's action, the Rockies sit in 2nd place in the National League West division, while the Astros sit in 2nd place in the American League West. Julio Urias collected win number 2 on the year, helping lead the Dodgers past the Cardinals 3-1. As of today, the Dodgers are leading the National League West, and the Cardinals are in 4th place in the NL Central. Rafael Montero collected his 5th win in relief, helping lead the Angels past San Diego 5-2. As of right now, the Padres are in last place in the NL West, while the Angels are leading the AL West. The Toronto Blue Jays swatted 4 home runs in this one as they took down the visiting Mariners 5-2. In the standings, the Blue Jays are in 4th place in the AL East, while the Mariners are in last place in the AL West. The Tampa Bay Rays launched 3 home runs as they beat the O's in Baltimore 5-2. Heading into the day, the Orioles are in last place in the AL East, and the Rays are 3rd in the division. Rob Scahill had his first victory of the year, leading the White Sox to the win over the Red Sox 10-9. Entering the day's action, the White Sox are in 4th place in the AL Central, while the Red Sox are atop the American League East division. Jesse Hahn collected his 8th win overall, helping lead the Royals to the win over the Yankees 3-1. As of right now, the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central division, and the Yankees are in 2nd place in the AL East. The Detroit Tigers smacked 15 team hits as they stole a victory in extra innings over the Twins 7-5. As of today, the Twins are in second place in the AL Central, and the Tigers are third in the division. The Cleveland Indians combined to allow only 4 hits as they stole a win in extra innings over the Rangers 2-0. In the standings, the Rangers sit in 4th place in the American League West, while the Indians are atop the AL Central. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the rest of the All-Star break and don't forget to tune in over the next couple of days for all the latest. TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, Corey Dickerson dominated at the dish with 2 long balls and 6 RBIs. As the
MLB Network has Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's had a real solid season up to this point. ERA under 3.5, which is saying something in these high-scoring games we see now in the game of baseball. This guy knows how to pitch, and if he's on, he knows how to minimize the damage. He'll be fun to watch in this one.
Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape, winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Thoughts, Dan? Who's
Play ball. Three. And hit him. First base. Three. He's safe.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
4-0 to score tonight. New York jumped out to an early lead in the first and never
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting off in the National League East, the New York Mets pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they bested the visiting Rockies 4-2. The Dodgers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington 6-5. Ian Desmond launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total, helping lead the Reds to victory over the Marlins 9-2. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. The Chicago Cubs had 12 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 3-1. Harrison Bader cracked 2 home runs in the game, leading the Cardinals to a win over San Francisco 4-1. The Arizona Diamondbacks totaled 11 hits as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 4-3. The Rays totaled 13 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 7-3. The Baltimore Orioles snapped their 7-game losing streak as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 2-0. The Boston Red Sox allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 3-1. The Brew Crew combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the White Sox on the South Side 6-5. The Indians combined to allow only 4 hits as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 3-0. The Friars swatted 4 home runs in this one as they defeated the A's in Oakland 8-1. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim got 12 hits in this one as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 12-5. The Houston Astros picked up 14 hits in total as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 6-4. The win was their 7th in a row. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.